Okay, this is like one thing. And then kind of the next step with this, like, okay, once you've written this ebook, right? The next step is getting purchases, like what do I call it? Clicking payments, I guess, or like getting purchases for this. And then the last step is the website, right? So we'll talk about the website a little bit last. So in terms of collecting payments, right? It's not too complicated, right? What I like to use, or like what I have set up, is on WAP. You can use WAP, pretty easy. It's like Gumroad, or like one of these websites where you can like list products. So you can see if you click in this product, right? The survival skills, blah blah blah, and then there's just some kind of description here. You have some kind of banner, which is just created with AI, right? Which kind of describes the product, and then within this you can edit it. I'll show you guys real quick, right? You have the name, you have the headline. Okay, I get AI to help you write it, or you can just write it on your own. Like, okay, like one-time paid access to this, and then you can just change a lot of the settings within this too. So it's like, okay, like you have this product URL, and then you can have affiliates. I'm like, okay, like should it be visible on my store page, right? So you can pretty easily set this up. It's not anything too complex, right? It's just signing up on WAP, or like alternatively, you can use something like Gumroad, right? You can use something like Gumroad. It's like free to sign up to. Even on WAP is actually also free to sign up. Pretty much how they make money is like through like payment processing. They're like kind of like Stripe. They take like a small percentage of that. Gumroad's the exact same thing. You can list your products on here. I've processed maybe like $1,000 on this, like back in the day. But I think Gumroad is a lot more like, they take a higher percentage of the transactions. But I know that there are people, like for example, this Dr. Rebecca guy. I know his stuff is through Gumroad. You can see like his stuff is through Gumroad. Gumroad does take like 10% of each transaction. If you don't really care, then it's kind of whatever. On Gumroad, customers can also tip you if they like your stuff. So if they like your stuff, you'll be surprised. There will be people who actually like tip you more because they like really like your product. They'll tip $1, tip $10. Some people tip $50. I've got a $50 tip before. But it's just like a nice thing. I don't know, like a US culture where there's like tipping, so that there are people who like buy these digital products and then they also tip. Is like Gumroad is pretty easy to set up. I'm gonna super explain it. You just upload the product. You have some sort of description, and you upload a picture, and you can see over here. You can see like the other products that they have. And yeah, like this is nothing crazy to set up. And then like, okay, you just have to add the ebook to it once that has been generated, right? So I like using either WAP or Gumroad, so like WAP.com. These are free to sign up to. Like they only take a percentage of each sale, which is fine, right? Like these are free to start, so like that's why I like it. You don't have to pay like any sort of fee. So like these are like really good to start. And then in terms of your website, like Claude has just gotten like really good at creating websites like this. Like I'm still spending some time like refining this website, right? But you can see over here, kind of like the website just starts with like, okay, like you have your book cover, and then you have like your headline, and then like headline, and then like, okay, like more description of what it is, right? And like more description of what it is. Like this website, I don't think it's too good. I need to spend a little bit of time. The website is something that you'll just need to go a little bit of back and forth on, right? You won't be able to like one-shot it, at least not in my experience. At the very least, the copy. Like in terms of like main things to take note of, like number one, it just has to look visually appealing, right? Visually appealing comes down to a couple of things. Like number one, like more images / not as much walls of text, right? And once again, this isn't like super complicated. I'll share kind of the prompts to put this stuff together. You can see it over here that they have there's just not enough images. You can see there's just like huge walls of text, right? Ideally, like each of these has like some sort of image that's accompanying it. Right here, you see that we're still missing images. Here, like ideally, there's like an image of the book, right? But there's not enough images as it currently stands. So it looks like there's like a lot of walls of text, right? Number two, it's like, okay, focus on above the fold, right? So above the fold, would mean, when someone like clicks on the website, like this is the very first thing that they see. So like 90% of your time should be spent on this. So it should be like very, very compelling as to like, okay, like what the value proposition is, like who is it for, and what would they get out of purchasing the ebook, right? That's like this is like the 80-20. This is like your thumbnail of your video. That's basically like the 80-20 of the website, right? And then number 3, it will be just to like, okay, like when you read your website from start to finish, it should be clear like on a couple of things, right? It should be clear on who is it for, right? It should be clear versus clever, right? It should be more clear than anything. It should be clear as to who is it for, what the product is, what problem does it solve, and what is the offer, right? So like, hey, like, okay, like if you buy the product, like, what is the offer? Like, who is it for, and who is it not for, right? Like, who is it for is equally important as who is it not for. What the product is, what problem does it solve,